Welcome to the AV Production Bible Podcast, where the real work behind the scenes gets a spotlight. Mike Cabels on deck. Let's get to work.
Welcome to the AV Production Bible Podcast. This is our first episode, and we're starting with an introduction to the AV Production Bible created by Graham Pelham. Stay a while and join me, your host, Mike Cabels, along with my guest, Dr. Socapex. So without further ado, let's get into it. The corporate AV industry quietly powers a staggering $1.1 trillion global events market, yet most people have no idea it exists. From hotel ballrooms to virtual boardrooms, these behind-the-scenes wizards shape how business communicates.
You know what's fascinating about that number? The technical infrastructure alone in North America is worth about $15 billion annually.
And to think it all started with slide projectors and overhead transparencies in the 1950s. The evolution of this industry really mirrors the transformation of modern business communication.
I actually remember working with those old Kodak carousel projectors. One backward slide could derail an entire CEO presentation.
Speaking of CEOs, the stakes in corporate AV are incredibly high now. We're talking about managing global town halls with thousands of participants across multiple time zones.
That's exactly right. And the pandemic completely transformed everything overnight. These teams suddenly had to become experts in streaming technology and virtual events.
Well, what I find really interesting is how the industry adapted. They didn't just pivot to virtual, they created this whole new hybrid model that's now become the standard.
The technical requirements for these hybrid events are mind-boggling. You need redundant internet pipelines, backup systems, multiple encoding platforms.
And that's just the technical side. The human element is equally complex. You've got this whole hierarchy of specialists, A1s, A2s, V1s, V2s, lighting techs, riggers. How do they coordinate all of that?
So that's where the industry's unique communication protocols come in. Everything runs on precise radio etiquette and a strict chain of command.
You know what fascinates me? The industry principle of maintain plausible deniability. Can you explain what that means in practical terms?
Oh, that's actually a fascinating concept. It means never assuming or acting independently. Every decision needs proper authorization, even if you think you know what needs to be done.
And I imagine that becomes even more critical when you're dealing with high-stakes events. One wrong move could impact thousands of viewers.
You're absolutely right. The margin for error is basically zero now. When you're streaming to a global audience, even a single dropped frame becomes visible to everyone.
Let's talk about the evolution of the technology. The shift from analog to digital must have been revolutionary for the industry.
Well, that transformation really accelerated in the 1980s and 90s when hotels started seeing AV as a serious revenue stream. Companies like PSAV, now Encore Global, really professionalized the whole field.
And now we're seeing this incredible convergence of traditional AV with IT infrastructure. The technical knowledge required must be enormous.
That's one of the biggest challenges facing the industry today. You need to understand everything from traditional audio engineering to network protocols and streaming technologies.
What really strikes me is how this industry has become this perfect blend of technical expertise and event management. You need both the hard and soft skills to succeed.
And those soft skills are absolutely crucial. Being punctual, well-presented, knowing how to communicate with clients, these can make or break your career.
Looking toward the future, how do you think emerging technologies like VR and AR will impact corporate events?
You know, we're already seeing some fascinating experiments with mixed reality presentations and AI-driven content management. But reliability still has to come first.
That's what makes this field so interesting. Balancing innovation with rock-solid reliability. Every event is a new challenge.
And yet, when everything works perfectly, nobody even notices the AV team. That's really the mark of success in this industry.
It really makes you appreciate what goes on behind the scenes at every corporate event. The next time I'm at a conference or watching a corporate live stream, I'll be thinking about all the unseen work that makes it possible.
That's exactly right. These teams are the unsung heroes of modern business communication. They're literally shaping how companies connect with their audiences.
That concludes this episode, but check back in every Friday for new episodes. As the saying goes, we'll see you on the next one.